Hey there, it's Tank Girl, and this is the Motorola Charm from T-Mobile. It's an Android phone, and it's in the shape of a BlackBerry, like it's a candy bar QWERTY portrait device. So I was expecting this device a couple of weeks ago, and I was away, but it finally arrived a little late. It's already been unboxed by the PR people. It doesn't actually have a sticker on the screen, and it already has a SIM card inserted, but that often happens with review units. So let's give you a quick tour. So here's the keyboard. The keys are very domed, and give you a reference here, my fingers. They feel a little mushy. It's not the nicest keyboard, but I mean it's not bad. And then there's this really interesting thing here with these diagonal pieces attaching the keys together here and there and there. It's a very interesting design element. You can really see it right here with the reflection. You've got the menu, home, and back keys here. And up here you've got the speaker grill and some sensors and the Motorola logo. On the side, this is the left side, you got the volume rocker, plus or minus, and then the micro USB charging and data port, the microphone down here. You can see a little latch to put your finger in to release the battery door. Lanyard, nothing on the right edge. On the top here you have a 3.5mm headphone jack and the power button, the lock key. And I'm not sure what this is, possibly a second microphone for noise cancellation or for video recording. In the back, at the bottom here, you have the speaker grill. And the little bumps on the plastic. Now here you have the T-Mobile logo, the Motorola logo. This is an Android device and it runs the Blur user interface from Motorola. And here you've got a trackpad. So now what's cool about this is if you're holding the phone like this, your fingers can be playing in the back with the trackpad and use it to control essentially as a cursor device. The Motorola Backflip had that on AT&T, and I think there's another phone that they made that's an Android device with it recently. Here you've got a 3-megapixel fixed focus camera. It's the same pretty much as on the Devour from Verizon. Not a very good camera, and that's a little disappointing. As far as specs go, this is a bit kind of an entry-level Android device. I believe the screen is only QVGA, and it has Wi-Fi, has 3G, has GPS, does video recording, but it's nothing high-end. Let me take the battery cover off and show you what's in here. It's a little difficult to remove, but you have the battery here. Let's see if we can find the capacity. That would be great. Doesn't seem to say, at least I don't see it. And then you have the SIM card slot right there, and the micro SD card slot. It comes with a 2GB card, and here is the camera and the trackpad. And some testing antenna connectors. Here's one of the antennas. Let me take the battery out and see if I can figure out the capacity. Wow, this battery is very hard to remove. It is upside down. Yeah, I don't, there we go, 1130 milliamp hour battery. So that looks like a pretty thin and slight battery for an Android device. Interestingly, there's a couple of contacts here on the back. Not sure what they do because there's nothing on the battery cover. So I'm just going to turn it on. I've already turned it on once. As I said, since it didn't come with a sticker or anything. Try that again. There we go. It runs the Blur user interface. So the first thing it asks you when you start it is actually to log into your Blur account, which, you know, Blur is a shell for Android, and it's a pretty big piece of fail, unfortunately. I really wish they had done without it. It's quite unfortunate that they chose that. It just dilutes the Android experience significantly. So here's the little T-Mobile logo, and it vibrated once in my hand, and you will see it's going to boot into blur. There we go. The blur widget's coming up. And as you can see, the trackpad, I'm operating it with the trackpad right here. Changing screens by swiping my finger on the back. It's a little slow reacting because it's still booting. But it is a touch screen. Obviously, it's an Android phone. Again, kind of reacting slowly because it's still loading the widgets. Blur does add, you know, a layer on top of Android, which decreases the performance, unfortunately. Here I'm using my finger to swipe in the back here of the unit, as you can see. So you can do that as well. And this is me using my finger again. So that's one of the particularities. And of course it is a landscape layout on a portrait device. Landscape screen. And if you go home, here is your standard Android menu with all your apps. And, you know, here's your dialer and your contacts button here. So that's, you know, a quick look at the phone itself. Let's have a look at what else is in the box. So there's a little thing here saying before you turn it on, you know, this is about the Moto Blur account. Then you have this little box with some manuals hiding in here. I'm not gonna take the wrap off of this, but you get the idea. It's usual start guide, warranty information, regulatory information, that sort of thing. And so here is where you know that that 1130 milliamp hour battery is not enough. They decided to ship the device with an extra capacity battery and a special back to accommodate it. That's always a really bad sign for the battery life of a device. So let's see what we got here. We've got standard micro USB data cable. You can see the connection here. And there you go. Then we have standard Motorola type USB charger. And we have a headset of some kind, probably with a 4-prong mini jack right here, with a headphone and ear microphone and some spare ear covers. And then here is that extra battery, which is quite a bit thicker. And this one is 1420 milliamp hour, or 1370 milliamp hour. And then you have a special battery back, which is raised. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a bump right here, this edge right there. It kind of protrudes from the back of the device. And finally here you have some additional paperwork. I'm not quite sure what this is. And then SAR information and merchandise return label if you want to recycle your own phone. So let me, so this is what's all in the box right here. Charger, cable, spare battery, cover, and the headset, and some paperwork. And let's do a comparison of this phone with a few others. I have a BlackBerry Torch here, so you can get a feel for the size of the keyboard and the size of the device. It's thin, but not super thin. There you go. And then let me compare with the iPhone 4. That's a known entity. So here's an iPhone 4, and here's the thickness, and here is the back. So anyway, I'm going to do a camera review on this phone like I always do. Expect some more information. I'm Tankerl. My blog is Tankerl Mobile, tnkgrl.wordpress.com. And take a look at my other unboxings and check out my blog for more reviews and camera reviews in particular. Cheers!